so cool. You can just put your thoughts out in the universe and other people read them. And I'm like, wow, okay, cool. Signed up and I never did anything. I put one tweet up and then 1 year later I started really tweeting. And I just recently realized how significant social media has become. Two major events that happened, that happened, that one was really sad, which was Michael Jackson's death, and I heard about that on Twitter, because the first thing I do is I check my messages, and the second thing I do is check my Twitter, and nobody texted me that for some reason, but it was all over Twitter. The second thing was Osama being killed, and first I thought it was a joke, but then I was like, Twitter doesn't really lie about this sort of stuff, right? I mean, occasionally they kill a celebrity, but they don't really mean to do that. So I realized how, even before television and you read the newspaper, Twitter has now become the first place, or Facebook, where you get the information that you really need in your life, whether it's entertainment, news. I've of course taken notes on my BlackBerry to read out to you. So I've tried everything. I'm a serious internet junkie. I've tried Second Life. I'm on LinkedIn, Foursquare, pretty much everything. The only thing I've never done is started a farm on Farmville. Does anybody have a farm? Don't send me tomatoes or watermelons. I know they take 3 weeks to grow. I've never done that. And earlier I used to have a Friendster account and an Orkut account, and then I realized that I'm just on too many different platforms. And I deleted all of them, and now I'm only on Facebook. And the one thing I learned from that, Facebook and Twitter, is that don't try to start, it's the metaphor is, if there's a really big party that's happening somewhere, you want to go to that party and be the interesting person and meet interesting people at that party. Don't try to start your own party on another platform where no one's coming. One of the interesting things that I've found that happen on Twitter now is that there are, especially in the music scene, is that people, the celebrities, if you look at the top 10 tweeters that are online, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Shakira, Britney Spears, they're all musicians. So this is a really good sign for all the musicians out there. What's amazing about what they do? They tweet about things like, this is what's happening backstage, this is what's happening at the venue, and they don't just put up a simple link saying here, just a blank link. That's just like randomly sending spam to your neighbors. You have to say something interesting about it. So if Mihir writes a really heart-wrenching, sad love song, instead of just putting a link up, he should be like, my girlfriend, my wife was really mad at me, and so I wrote this song. Please listen to it. Chances are, people are more likely to relate to it and want to be involved in your life. So the most important thing is be human. We all are. That's why we're all able to sit in this room and hang out together, and we're not bots. So be yourself. Be the person that you really are in real life, and be that person online. I don't know how much of a budget. I know musicians don't have a huge budget, even though you make amazing music and you entertain everyone. They don't give you a whole bunch of money to do it. Hopefully Twitter and Facebook will change that for you in the long run. For now, though, the best thing is there's amazing people online. I mean, I found my entire team, two of which are here, Shamita and Dhruvi, on Twitter. I found a guy called Prashit who does all my tech stuff for me on Twitter. So if you're in a band, tweet about your band and say, listen, we have no money, we really need some help. Give us some tech help, design help. It's amazing how much you can get by begging on Twitter. You get all sorts of stuff. For musicians as well, there's something called Blip FM, which allows you to be, and me here and I love this so much, DJs for as many hours in a day as you want. Skylar Gray, I don't know if you've heard of her, she's amazing. Check her out. She does an interesting thing. So every 2 weeks or so, she says, tweet me your questions, I'll answer the 10 I like best. Go. So as a band, people would love to ask you questions, even if they want to ask you, where do you get your instruments from, and do you have a day job, whatever it is. People, if you interact with them and you do question answers with them, I find that's very effective. The good thing is that the music community in Bombay, especially in India, of course, is that the indie music scene is very close-knit. Everyone loves each other. They go to each other's gigs. I love it. You go to a Nikhil D'Souza gig, something relevant will be there clapping. And it's just nice to see. So use each other and help each other. So the next time somebody's on Twitter, somebody's having a gig, say, shout out to my fellow band member. Do a shout out back. Start introducing yourself with your Twitter handle. So try to make it an easy one. Don't have one with like 16,000 A's and underscores and things. It's hard to follow. For bands, I think it would be really cool if the back of your t-shirt just had your Twitter handles on it. Your social media is really your personal marketing tool. And you can use it as much or as little as you want to. The more the better. So to cut it short, it's really nice to see you all in person. Not all of you look like your pictures. I don't think I do too. But I'd love to get to know everyone better, and please say hi in person and also at MissMalini.
How about a big round of applause for her? I'm one of the artists signed by Artistaloud. One of my songs is up with them, and also all the web concerts that have been going on, web certs as they call it. I'm the host of that, of all of those shows as well. Apart from that, I'm also a radio jockey. I'm a singer. Hence the musician angle of your social media, which is either Facebook or Twitter. Facebook, of course, is a lot more in depth. You can show a lot more of what you are talking about your band, about yourself as an artist using Facebook. But Twitter is, I think, right now, I think in a way it's a lot more interactive than Facebook is, because even if you don't know too many people, even if too many people aren't following you, if you're following the right kind of people, and if a few right people are following you, your message, the word that you want to spread, can go out to a lot of people. Now, in Mumbai, the only way that you can really connect with musicians and with people whom you want to come, whom you want to get to your gigs, if you want to get people to come and watch you perform somewhere, especially if you're a new artist, the only way that you can really do that is if you use Facebook and Twitter, interestingly. Now, I know for a fact, like now, Malini has someone taking videos of what's her name? Dhruvi. Now Dhruvi S on Twitter. Now she's taking videos, and this is a great idea for all musicians as well. Now what you can do is, when you're rehearsing at your jam, you've not had a single gig so far, you've not had even one show, what you can do is you can build a buzz around your entire band by taking videos on something as simple as this. Or I record my jam sessions on my phone. What you can do is just put up snippets of that. Make sure your content is interesting, and put up that content on Facebook, on Twitter, put it on YouTube. Connect YouTube to your Facebook and Twitter IDs, so that every time you put up a YouTube video, it's all automatically reflecting on Facebook and Twitter. Another example of someone who's virtually no one real, but who's made a fantastic name for himself, is this guy called Jhunjhunwala on Twitter. And I know pretty much everyone here must be following. He's not real. That's what I'm saying. He's not real. The guy is not real. He's clearly said that I am the fake profile of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Maybe you guys can talk to Artistaloud.com. I think they're doing a great job on that front. Okay, somebody wants to add something on that.
Yeah, I just want to add here that we use a lot of social media even when we do a lot of these things on our site. I think the key thing is use social media to sample your music.
Yeah.
But I think unless you guys believe that your music should be purchased, what we're doing here, along with this whole tweet up thing, is building the whole culture of recreating the market for the independent music, which the industry believed is dead. And that's not true, because you guys are still making music.
Everyone's heard this track. Now this one, before he actually launched the songs, he launched this video online. Now this was interesting because the words of the song were a kick, and if he hadn't launched this one, people wouldn't actually know much of it, because in some places it got launched as Forget You, but this one was a killer. So you have to start small. You can't expect to get 1 million customers at word go. He doesn't have like 1 million customers at word go. He still has about 50,000 people subscribing to him. But